There's a creeping and creepy authoritarianism taking hold of America in the wake of COVID. Come on, you've seen it yourself. How many times have you been grocery shopping and aggressively told by an employee to put on your face mask? How often have you napped while flying and been woken up by a flight attendant who tells you to pull the mask up over your nose because it's required by federal regulations? How often have you wanted to tell these people to go straight to hell, but thought against it because you don't want to be shamed and removed from the flight? Or told not to come back to that grocery store? Or cause a scene at that restaurant? How often have you thought to yourself that you can't wait until things get back to normal? You remember normal, right? The normal when you could actually see strangers' faces, breathe air on airplanes. The normal in which violent mask altercations going viral on Twitter isn't something you see every day. But I've got some news for you. The authoritarians now have their power and they do not want to give it up. These people do not want a normal because their lives haven't changed very much during the pandemic. Because see, while your kids were depressed because they had to learn on Zoom, the children of the elite were being educated privately. While you were walking around with a self-done haircut that was so bad it made you long for the days of 5th grade bowl cuts, Queen Nancy Pelosi was having a salon shut down so that she could go get a blowout. I mean, seriously. Do you think Delta wants to go back to serving food and drinks to the scumbags in Coach now that they save millions of dollars a year halting it because of COVID? Do you think their flight attendants don't relish that weird little jolt of power they get telling people flying to vacation that they must wear their mask or face being removed because, you know, it's the law? Do you think Governor Andrew Cuomo up there in New York wants to give up the emergency powers granted to him because of COVID, that pesky term, to get back to normal? Look, the Kens and Karens of the world are multiplying and COVID cult members are given meaning by policing you. They won't miss an opportunity to show the world what a virtuous person they are. You see, the authoritarians at the top get their political power by convincing normal, everyday Americans that doing their bidding is God's work, keeping America safe. Both of these types are working together in tandem. You see, those at the top, they get the real power. Those at the bottom get the kind of fake power that only truly weak people exercise. Like that Spirit flight attendant that kicked the family off a plane because their toddler wouldn't mask up. What's happening to us only stops when we reject the authoritarian impulse to police our neighbors and engage in the kind of petty squabbling between strangers that just ends up fraying at the nerves of a society collectively strained by the collective trauma we've all endured this year. Because COVID has sucked. Reject the impulses that the authoritarians in power are willing on you to do their bidding. Embrace air. Embrace what binds us together as Americans. And embrace freedom before it's too late.